I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money.
So yesterday was my day off, okay? And normally on my day off, I run all my errands. So I had to go to the grocery store. But get this. I didn't have to go to the pet store. I didn't have to go to any other store for returns or pick any products up. I didn't have to go to the dump. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do yesterday was go to the grocery store. And I was happy for that. I was like, this is great. I'm going to have more time with my wife, and we're going to have a good day together, right? So let me tell you the good stuff about yesterday before we get to the shitty tech stuff, all right? I spent time with Jasper Kitty. We played a lot. We actually have this bird feeder on our back door. It's a glass door, sliding glass door, and it attaches with suction cups, and it's made with transparent plastic. And birds are coming and eating out of it, and it's super cool because the birds are right next to you on the glass. You get to see them up close. Jasper loves this thing. He sits there all day staring, looking from every direction. You know, cats are enthralled with birds, so he absolutely loves it. It gives him tons of engagement, okay? So that's awesome. And then, my wife decided she wanted to get the update for Nintendo Switch so she could play the second half of Mario Kart 8. What am I talking about? Well, when you buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch, which is full price, I want to make this clear, it's $60, okay? It's a full price game. You get the base game that was included on the previous version on the Wii U. You get none of the expansion content whatsoever, despite the fact that the game is 10 years old and they already charged you full price for it. I wish that Nintendo was not a bunch of ripoff artists out to nickel and dime their customers, but they are. They just don't care about you or your value proposition of buying anything. They really don't. They just want to make money. And it's pretty sad because I wish that Nintendo was more consumer focused, but they're not. So she had bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, played through the first 10 to 12 circuits, and the other circuits are there. They're in the game. They're literally right there installed. And if you click on it, it says, oh, if you want to play the rest of the game, you have to spend another $50 to get the Nintendo Online Elite Plus service to access this content. But I bought your game. Oh, well, half the content's not included. This is Nintendo, remember? Oh. So she looked into it, and basically it's $50. You can't buy it for a month. You have to spend a year. $50. It's the only way to get this Nintendo Online Elite, okay? So what do you get for it? Well, you get online play, big whoop, right? You get the second half of Mario Kart 8. You also get expansion content for Animal Crossing, which we still have. She just hasn't played it in years and years. But also, you get access to the Nintendo 64 virtual suite of games. Now, for those who maybe don't know, when you get Nintendo Online, the base version, you get NES and you get Super NES games. And you can emulate them, just play them and emulate them with save states and everything on the Switch. So that's really neat. And I've played through some of those, and they're really good. They run well and everything, okay? So she's looking at this, and she's like, well, I really liked the first circuits, but I really don't feel like I got $60 out of this game, and now they want me to spend another $50 to access the next half of the circuits. And the other thing that's tempting her so badly is that she played Mario Kart Tour, the mobile game, years ago. And she really liked Mario Kart Tour. She thought it was fun, and she's like, man, I would love to play that in the real game with controls that work instead of touchscreen. So she's being tempted, right? And then she finds out, oh, well, the Nintendo 64 games, what is there? And she's like, whoa, Ocarina of Time? That's her favorite Zelda game of all time. Mario 64, she used to play that on N64 in the 90s. She loves it. So she's like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to spend $50, and we're going to do it. So she spent it. She starts playing Mario Kart. It's great. The second half of the game is actually quite good. She liked it because it has now the World Tour mode, and there's new stages. There's this one set in Japan. It's supposed to be like ninjas and Japanese pagodas and shit. It's really well done. So she really is enjoying the second half of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, even though she had to pay $50 for it. And then she went to play Nintendo 64 games. I literally can't believe what I'm about to tell you, okay? I can't believe I have to say this, all right? Nintendo ripped everyone off. Completely, utterly, 100%, they ripped everyone off with the Nintendo 64 emulation. All right? 100%, matter-of-factly, indisputably, it's a complete and utter fucking ripoff. Okay, so why is it a ripoff? Right? Obviously, I better justify my words. I can't just say that kind of stuff, right? Well, if I could find the Phil's Day Off screen to go back to, I would go to it. I wish that I had mapped that as a button, but I didn't. I'm literally still looking for it. I'm still looking for it. There it is. I'm going to map that eventually to my Stream Deck, okay? So why is the Nintendo 64 emulation on Switch a ripoff, okay? She goes to N64. She goes Mario 64. She clicks on it. She goes to play it. The game runs like fucking shit. The frame rate goes to 60, then to 30, then to 10, then to 20, then to 50, then to 60, then to 30. It's unplayable. I'm not kidding you. We were standing there. She was trying to play it for 10 minutes. We both got sick to our stomach because the frame rate was going like this. Who in their right fucking mind would sell an emulation suite of N64 games and not test it to see if the frame rate works? It blows my fucking mind. Now, don't get me wrong. The graphics look good. They're upscaled. The graphics are upscaled to be like widescreen 1080p. So in that case, like, oh, look, it's Mario in HD. But the frame rate actually makes you sick. It's unplayable. It's literally unplayable. And it's not just that. The other games are the same. I was like, so they sell $50 a year for this online service, and the way that they you think it's a lot of money, but we're going to give you N64 games. But they all run like shit. So you get fucked. I couldn't believe it. Guys, I'm just going to tell you this right now. Don't get the Nintendo Elite online service unless you absolutely want the Mario Kart content or you absolutely want the expansion for Animal Crossing. Do not get it. That N64 emulation suite is fucking terrible. And it's first party. That's the worst part. It's first party. People have emulated those games on PC for over a decade and they run better than on the first party console where you have to pay for it. So she was very, very justifiably pissed off. And it kind of ruined our day because she dropped money on something expecting, I get to play all these awesome N64 games from my youth. This is going to be amazing. And they all run horribly. Horribly. Now, you remember, I've played Mario 64 before. What was it on? Because I don't remember. Was it on my 3DS XL? Or was it emulated on like Wii or Wii U? That one ran fine. So why on the modern console for an incredibly overinflated price, why does it not work? So I'm pretty upset because my wife was upset. And I don't like my wife to be upset. She deserves to get good quality and value for the money she spends. That expansion for Mario Kart should have been $10, not $50. Okay? So as a consumer, I mean, did we go broke because she spent $50 on this expansion pass? No. But as a consumer, I have the right to criticize, and that expansion pass is awful. If you are actually going to buy that to play N64 games, I can't recommend more strongly against it. They all run like shit. Choppy as fuck. Why would you want to play? It's unplayable. Can you imagine trying to play Ocarina of Time with the frame rate going awful all the time in the middle of combat and everything? You might as well not even boot the game. So anyway, that was what happened with that. And then, we had a dinner together. We ordered some more Chinese food. Remember, I ordered Chinese food like 2 weeks ago for my marathon. Well, my wife was craving it again, so we ordered some Chinese food. Yeah, I got the General Tso's chicken again because it was good last time. So everything's been good. In that regard, we had good food or whatever. But anyway, after having a decent day of relaxing together, I went grocery shopping and it was like an hour. It wasn't a big deal. Finally, we're like, all right, well, I got to go upstairs.